everyone, I am Priyanka and I am back with part 1 of my series on the listening module. Guys, if you have watched my previous video, I promised you that I'm coming up with a series on the listening module of PT. Today is part 1 of that series. Today I'm going to focus on the first and the most important part of your listening module, that is your summarized spoken text. Yes, summarized spoken text is the first part of your listening module. Really important part because it contributes towards your listening and towards your writing. You're listening and audio, then you are typing a summary, so it involves two tasks, listening and writing. That's why it contributes towards both. Now, you might get 1 or 2 questions in your exam depending on whatever you're getting. Each question is for 10 marks each, and you will only be allotted 10 minutes for a particular question. When I say 10 minutes, that basically means that includes the audio timing. 10 minutes starts the moment you start hearing the audio. It doesn't start after the audio. So that basically means, for example, if the audio is for 1 minute, you have 9 minutes to solve that particular summarized spoken text. When I say solve, that basically means you have 9 minutes to type your summary and you proofread your summary as well. Right? So 10 marks, 10 minutes. Make sure you always remember that if your 10 minutes are over, you will not be given any particular time for this question, and whatever you have typed, even if 1 line, 2 line, or even a single word, that will be saved automatically and will be marked accordingly what you have done. Right? Now, how you have to do summarize spoken text. Very important thing, guys. I have seen a lot of students, because now I have been teaching for good enough years. I have seen a lot of students, they know what the task is, but they actually don't know how to perform that task, how to do that task, how to type a summary, what they should be focusing on when they are listening to the audio. I have few steps. If you follow those steps, guys, I'm pretty sure you will hit a very good score in your summarized spoken text. Now, what are the steps? Step number 1, make notes. Now, what notes? What kind of notes you are after? You are after good keywords. For me, even if me or someone else, I really feel that it is really impossible for us to hear a particular audio and then type a summary and have all the important keywords that what we have heard. For me, it's not possible, and I believe it's not possible for any one of us. We cannot memorize each and every word. For that purpose, it is really important for us to make notes. You have to make sure that your marker or your pen, whatever you are using when you are practicing, because in exam you'll definitely get the marker, so there's no other option for you. But at home, if you're practicing with the markers or with the pens, you should always make sure you are ready with your pen and paper or a marker and a sheet. And the moment the audio starts, start making notes. Focus on keywords and not just keywords. I want you to have good keywords. Now, what does the word good keywords mean? I'll come on this topic again, because this is something I really want to focus on deeply, and I want to tell you what good keywords mean. Most of the students are struggling here. Step number 2, template. I'm not saying that we are not good in typing sentences or we won't be able to make sentences. But if we follow a template, it is really good for us. You have a template in your mind. You don't have to spend time thinking, making sentences of your own. All you have to do is you have memorized the template. You have to type your template, and then you just put the keywords, whatever keywords list that you have with you, you can just put the keywords in, and straight away you can type your summary. So I always tell students, whatever institute you're going, whatever template you're following, just follow your template. Don't think that in your exam, if you don't memorize the template, all you'll make your summary. Don't do that. You're going to lose your scores. You can lose your scores in grammar straight away, because when you make your own sentences, grammatically it might go wrong. Third, stick to the word count. Now, what is the word count for your summarized spoken text? The word count is 50 to 70 words. Now, what is the ideal word count? For me, an ideal word count is something between 60 to 65. Because what happens if you are touching more than 65, you might hit 71 words. And taking off that one word sometimes might affect your answer. So what I prefer is you type between 60 to 65 words depending on whatever template you are following and depending on what keywords you are putting in. So always stick to the word count, nothing less than 50, nothing more than 70. Always make sure you are very particular with this thing, because if you don't follow the word count, you will lose your marks in the form part of your summarized spoken text. Fourth, very important part, for me it is really important part, is proofreading. I know a lot of students, they type a really good summarized spoken text. They have wonderful keywords. They focus on all the important keywords, but they lose their marks just because they haven't proofread what they have actually typed. I am not saying that you guys are not good in spellings, but it is something that you're not writing. It is something that you are typing. You might end up having typing errors. So if you proofread your answer, if you proofread what you have typed, you will fix mistakes. If there is any, you can correct them. For example, if you have typed a particular word with the wrong spelling, you might lose your marks in spellings, right? So why to lose marks? I don't want you to lose even a single mark, because I have a lot of students sitting there who every time they are scoring 78, but they want to hit 79. For that one more mark, they have to spend again, and it's just not about money, it's about your time, right? So make sure whatever you type, one sentence, two sentence, 50 words, 51 words, 70 words, 65 words, whatever it is, proofread. Coming to the main part, what are the main and what are the good keywords? Stay tuned. I'll be back with another video on this. Thank you.